This whole story is another perfect example of what I mean when I say that no country has radicalized me as much as the UK. And this is also a perfect example of what white people get for being tolerant and welcoming to foreigners. Henry Nowak, an 18-year-old white male, got stabbed to death by an Indian Sikh with a 21-inch ceremonial knife that apparently Sikhs are just allowed to carry with them in the UK. So basically, while white people get jailed for having miniature Zelda sword fidget toys, and while the police confiscate random tools and items they find because Muhammad and Abdul could potentially use them as weapons, at the same time, the Indians are allowed to carry with them 21-inch daggers wherever they go. So the white people in this country are not allowed to arm themselves, and if they do, they get put in jail, but the Indians, the foreigners with their foreign culture, they are allowed to carry weapons with them because of much tradition. That is the state of modern day multicultural UK. And today I saw the Pakistani woman who has been titled as the Home Secretary saying that they will not ban these knives. The Sikhs will continue being able to carry these knives freely, while the white people have to stay disarmed. So what's next? Are we gonna start saying that, oh, the religion of peace enjoyers are allowed to rape children because it's a part of their religion as well, because their religion allows it? Oh wait, wait. That ostensibly already happened. So when the police arrive to the scene of the crime, they find the victim laying on the ground, ragdolled on the ground, deathly pale, barely able to respond, barely able to speak, surrounded by multiple other males, including the guy that stabbed him.
He keeps dropping side to side, so I'm just trying to keep him set up. Right. He's got a mouthful of blood, I don't want him... I can't breathe. He was on the bin on the other side of this gate. He's jumped over these fences and stuff like that. And he's up here. Away, mate. He's obviously... He's fallen from there and he slipped from there. There's other shooters left over there, mate.
What's your name, mate? Huh? Has anyone been hurt other than him?
Yeah, me. He's grabbed my brother, he's took my turban off, started grabbing my head.
Are you injured?
Yeah, I've got swollen eye, little bruise.
Alright, just step back a little bit for me. Someone flag these down.
Got this stabbed.
Right, let's get you out of there, shall we?
I was in bed asleep. Whenever just find me up there, look, someone's attacked me. I can't breathe.
Grab his other arm.
And when Henry tells the cops that he got stabbed, the police don't believe him. They believe instead all of the men that were surrounding him that were still standing on their 2 feet with no visible injuries. So they drag Henry's limp body and put handcuffs on him.
What's happened to you, alright? You've been stabbed? Whereabouts? I don't think you have, mate.
That's what, and then you've got mouthful of, I want to keep you up.
Hand?
I can't breathe.
Put the hand in the cuff, mate.
Yeah. This is like numerous times this has happened to us. You've been walking, you can't multiple times we've had people racistly attack, nothing happens.
So after they put handcuffs on him, Henry keeps repeating that he is unable to breathe, and I heard people explain that the reason why he says he was unable to breathe is because his lungs were filled with blood from the stab wounds, and after less than a minute of this, he becomes unresponsive and seemingly dies. And the commentary that I heard from some British political pundit has been phenomenal on this situation.
The stupidest headline of all, inevitably, in the Spectator magazine. Why can we rage against George Floyd's death but not Henry Nowak's? Well, I suppose because Henry Nowak wasn't killed by the police.
Oh yeah, the police didn't kill him, even though actually it is a possibility that they did when they arrested him, because they dragged his arms behind his back, and it is a possibility that opened the wound on his chest, and that might be the reason why he died so quickly after he was put in cuffs. But let's put that aside. Yeah, the police didn't kill him, they just arrested him while he was ragdolled on the ground, bleeding to death, because a bunch of Indians said that he was a racist racist. Yeah, that makes the situation so much better. And in case some of you don't know, in the UK, if a racial minority says that you are a racist and that you said something racist to them, the police will automatically arrest you because they have to.
But if it was a report of racism, you guys make a determination if it's racist enough to make the arrest.
No, if the victim feels like... if the victim feels that they've been racially abused or anything like that,
Yeah.
they can be arrested, yeah.
Let's say the victim alleges this person's been racist to me, and then the perpetrator says, well, it wasn't racist. Who makes the distinction? Who comes down with the judgment and says, well, okay, it actually was or was not racist?
Well, we listen to the allegation, and the allegation is given, and they can be arrested.
Based on your judgment.
Based on the victim's allegation.
This is what white people get for being open-minded and tolerant people. They have now become second-class citizens in their own country.
What's the point of explaining this? Because, of course, some people are determined not to see the evidence of their own eyes and ears. I think, and this is something I say carefully, I think what we're seeing here is an outpouring of rage that the police didn't turn up at the scene of this crime and automatically presume that the brown people were the criminals and the liars and the white person was the innocent victim. I think it's that simple.
You know what? He's actually right. It is literally that simple. But not because he is white and they are brown. It's because, again, the white guy was ragdolled on the ground, unable to stand, barely able to speak, while he was surrounded by a bunch of Indians with no visible injuries. Yes, actually, it is that simple. It's like, how the f do you see something like this? You see a guy laying on the ground and you think that, oh yeah, that guy on the ground is the aggressor, and all the other men that are surrounding him, all of those guys are the victims. How the f do you do that, you f***ing idiot?
I think all of these people, writing all of these headlines, making all of these claims, ignoring all of these facts, I think they just hate the fact that the police force no longer turn up at the scene of the crime and treat the ethnic minority member of our population as the wrong one.
This is all they have. This is literally all that they have. They see a clear example. They see a clear injustice towards white people, which there have been so fucking many in this country, and their immediate response to seeing all of these people that are mad because of this, their immediate response is to say that, oh yeah, all of you are just racist. That's the real problem of the situation. The problem is the racists. The problem isn't that foreigners are allowed to carry weapons, but white people aren't. The problem isn't that the police will immediately arrest someone that is clearly injured just because a brown person said that he was a racist. No, that's not the problem. The problem is the racists. And who are the racists? The racists are every single white person that are mad because this happened. You know what? If you really want to get to the point where Hitler 2 comes out, and you want to get to the point where he actually does put all of these brown people in prison, if not worse, then yeah, sure, keep saying shit like this. Keep pushing white people. Keep calling us racist when one of us gets unjustly killed, and the law enforcement does nothing to protect us. Yeah, keep doing shit like this. I'm sure that nothing bad is ever gonna happen.